What a difference a week makes. The Eagles offense goes from being the slowest in the National Football League to one of the fastest.
Yep, the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly.
Scary Cooper, asshole.
Oh shit! Oh shit! That was crazy!
Happy trails, Hans. Dallas still stinks. You're by doing King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. So the draft has come and gone, and I feel good about a lot of parts of it. I really do. I feel good about a lot of parts of it. Some parts I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on, but we're going to see. However, before we get into all that, there's a few things I got to say. First thing, I wanted to do a live stream today, but I'm not going to be able to do it. I had some things come up. Can't get out of it. Not going to be able to do it. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to put out another video tonight. And this video that I put out is going to be something that I want to talk about tomorrow in my live stream that I will be doing. 100% we'll be doing a live stream tomorrow. And I want to talk a lot about the topic of what the video I'm putting out tonight is going to be. It's a video that really has our fan base split in half. So I want to talk about it during the live stream. And I'll put the video out on my thoughts today so we could talk about it tomorrow. But be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit that dingbat bell, because you don't want to miss any of it. It's going to get fun. It's going to get heated possibly tomorrow, and should be a good time. The other thing, the Eagles have exercised the fifth-year option on defensive end Derek Barnett. Now, I think Derek Barnett, you had to pick up his option. I agree with this move. I think it's something you had to do. But Derek Barnett is at the point where he's got to show us something. He's got to show us what he has. Because he was a first-round pick. He was a first-round pick, and I didn't like the pick at first. I'm not going to lie about it. But after his rookie year, I said, this kid's showing a lot of promise. I think he's going to be good. This is going to turn out to be a good pick. Then he battled injury really the last 2 years. And he just really hasn't gotten going to where you would like him, a guy who's a first-round pick. And I think this year has to be his breakout year. It has to be. He should be a double-digit sack guy. He has to be. He has to be a double-digit sack guy. So Derek Barnett, to me, this is a big year for him. And there's no excuses with Fletcher Cox, Hargrave. You have Brandon Graham. You have so much on that defensive line that he should be able to take the next step. And I'm really hoping. Shut up, kids. Running around like there ain't no house arrest. I don't get it. Anyways, so Derek Barnett, it's a big, big year for him. Eagles picked up his option. So he's essentially with the Eagles through 2021. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But we had to put that out there today. Derek Barnett has his contract has been picked up through 2021, and hey, it's go time for Derek Barnett. It's now or never. Now, as far as the draft goes, there were some things that I really liked that the Eagles did. There were a lot of things that I liked what the Eagles did. None more than what the Eagles did at the wide receiver position, because they really went from a real slow 20 seconds, run 20 yards type offense to a zoom, you know what I mean? Fast. And if you look at all their picks, Jalen Reagor, John Hightower, Quez Watkins, the one thing these guys all have is speed. They all have speed, and we talked over and over and over and over and over again about speed. The Eagles need speed, especially on the outside. The Eagles need speed. That's what they got. That's exactly what they got. The way the Eagles went about it in the draft wouldn't have been exactly how I would have done it. Obviously, I'm going to save that for my next video because we're going to get into all that. I said this draft is about Carson Wentz. This draft is going to be all about putting weapons around Carson Wentz. Well, this draft is definitely only, it seems, like about Carson Wentz now. That's all people are talking about, right? And there's a lot to talk about. And like I said, we'll get into that in the next video. But, these receivers, now they have to come in and they have to develop. No question about it. I understand that until they get on the field, you don't really know. But if they can live up to what their talent level is, if they can live up to what we think they could be, this offense is going to go from being the slowest offense in the National Football League to literally the fastest offense in the National Football League. I mean, they got speed across the line. It's ridiculous. We can't forget the trade for Marquise Goodwin. I keep forgetting, like it keeps slipping my mind. Oh yeah, we got Goodwin too. Okay, another fast guy. Now he's got to stay healthy. Deshaun has to stay healthy. That's going to be key for these guys. But man, to think how fast this team's going to be is scary. And with Carson Wentz's ability to get the ball downfield, to go long, I think they're going to light people up. I really do. The question for the Eagles and for most teams now really is going to be is how quickly can your rookies get accustomed and learn the playbook and be ready to actually make an impact on a team, because there's no OTAs, there's probably going to be no mini camps, there's going to be none of that stuff. Who knows what they're going to even have for training camp? We just don't know yet, and this is going to make it very hard for rookies to see the field, to get on the field, and the Eagles got to find a way to get guys like Jalen Reagor involved in this offense early. Okay, I think that when you look at the Eagles receivers before the draft, you had Alshon, Arcega-Whiteside, Deshaun was still there, Greg Ward Jr. I think that really the three guys they got, Reagor, Quez Watkins, and John Hightower, all are good enough to make this team. I don't think it's so hard because we have so much competition at the wide receiver position that these guys can't make the team. All three of these guys should make the team. Quez Watkins might have been a 6th-round pick, but I'm telling you, in previous drafts, he goes in the 3rd or 4th round. He goes a lot earlier, okay? That's how talented and deep this draft was. I think all three guys are going to make this team. But who can contribute right away is going to be key. Because if these guys can start, especially if Reagor can start contributing right away, and Goodwin and Deshaun can stay relatively healthy, this team could put up 30 points a game. I'm serious. Because just think of all that open space, and I get all excited. I'm pumped, I'm ready for the season right now. I can just imagine Dallas trying to line up with their slow-ass corners, and they all stink. And we're sitting there, bombs away, boom, 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 boom. The North Dakota assassin just rips them apart. Mark Holmes is eating carbohydrates, crying. It's going to be great. I can't wait for it. But we got to find a way to get these rookies on the field. But if Reagor, like I said, if Reagor can see the field with Goodwin and Deshaun relatively healthy and Greg Ward, they're going to be really good. And then think about it. I mean, you still have Ertz and you still have Goddard with all the space that these wide receivers are going to create. It's exciting. This is the most exciting part of this whole draft for me, was these receivers and that they all can run. And I expect big things from them. I really, really do. Cannot wait to see what happens. It's just a shame we're not going to have rookie camps and training camps and all those things where you can start to get a sense and start to hear about guys and hear who's looking good, who's not. I hope this whole thing ends soon so we can get back to that in some sort of way. But the Eagles have transformed their offense. They are no longer a slow, methodical, deke and dunk team. It's changed, okay? I always refer back to the Kansas City Chiefs, because if you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, there were really two Kansas City Chiefs under Andy Reid. You had the Alex Smith Kansas City Chiefs, right, which was a lot of deke and dunk passes, nothing vertical. They never tried to stretch the field, and they weren't that dangerous, right? They may have had one guy here or there, something like that, okay? And to me, if you remember, Doug Peterson was coaching Andy Reid under that offense, and he brought that here, and it's been kind of like that here since Doug Peterson has been here. Okay, in 2017, we had a little more of a vertical game. Alshon was a little bit thinner, a little bit faster. Okay, and then you had Torrey Smith, who wasn't great, but he was still good enough to stretch the field and get the respect of the defense. So the Eagles. And then it's just Nelson had a career year. So things just fell into place. But it was a little more vertical than 2018, 2019. But you see what Kansas City became with Patrick Mahomes. And those receivers, all fast, all can run, all can stretch the field. And you can see how the Eagles are kind of starting to become that. They're kind of molding themselves into that kind of offense. And I'm very excited about that. But the key for the Eagles is going to be health with Goodwin, health with Deshaun, and then finding a way to get guys like Jalen Reagor and those rookies, trying to find ways to get them acclimated to the NFL, to the playbook, and in playing and contributing as soon as possible. And as far as like Alshon and Arcega-Whiteside goes, I really think they're the odd men looking out. I really do. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Alshon, his contract. Don't be surprised if they throw him on IR. And then Whiteside, I mean, he's going to really have to take advantage of his opportunities, because he is going to be, besides Alshon, the slowest guy on the field. And the Eagles look like they're going away from that completely. So it's going to be really interesting. Very, very excited about this whole thing. And hey, it should be cool. So I want to know what you guys think. Are you excited about these receivers? Do you think that the style of play, do you see it changing dramatically? And can these rookie receivers find the field in the first year without all the OTAs, the mini camps, the preseason, and possibly all that kind of stuff? I want to know in the comment section. So with that said, I will have a video later tonight. Don't forget, I will definitely be streaming tomorrow. I'll do like an hour or two or something like that. Sorry, I couldn't do it today. Had a bunch of things come up I could not get out of. However, like I said, video tonight, and the topic of that video is kind of what I want to talk about in the afternoon in my live stream. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Don't be a dingbat. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like, hit the dingbat bell, all that kind of stuff. And I'll talk to you later. Don't be a dingbat.